Okay, 1964. There's a few of us that may have been around in 1964 in the room. Majority, I think, not. But anyhow, 1964, my organ teacher entered me into an organ contest. This was the year that they introduced the Hammond H model.
Right.
And Bob Ralston, does anybody in the room know who Bob Ralston is? You know, we joke about Lawrence Welk. You can now see it on PBS. So if you want to see who Bob Ralston is, just go to the old Lawrence Welk shows. And Bob Ralston, Bill Thompson was there. Several others. Who's our good friend? I'll think of it. I'm having a senior moment.
Iron Ford.
Huh?
Iron Ford.
Right. But one of our teachers,
Diane.
no, Diane wasn't around. I think she was born there. But anyhow, there were a lot of famous teachers back there and organists. Like I said, Bill Thompson, he was a real famous organist. Bill Thompson was one of the first Rodgers theater organ teachers, you know. And Bill Irwin.
Oh, yeah,
Bill Irwin was there. He was one of the judges, and one of the kids played his song, one of his compositions. So always remember that. Play a composition by the judge. By the judge. You'll win every time. But anyhow, so I have to tell you this. So I think I was like, how old were we in that? We're the same age, so I think we were like. The thing is, I've got the gray hair to prove it, and Rosemary doesn't. But anyhow, that's a whole other story. No, I have to say, it's really interesting how Rosemary grew up in Chicago, and I grew up in Orange County, California, in a town called San Clemente, where we used to call him Richard Nixon. Had his, from my backyard, I have a great shot at his Western White House. Anyhow, I was one of like 7 kids, you know, I was 13 or 14 years old. Okay. And I'm looking at the list. They told us what all the other kids. One was playing Bill Irwin's tune. One was playing Rhapsody in Blue. These are the pieces back then that you would choose in a competition. One kid was playing the Toccata Fugue in D minor. You know, all the biggies, you know. And like Rosemary would agree, these were, you know, we learned these when we were 9 years old, so we had already played these. So it was very difficult to choose what I was going to play. And one day, about a week before the competition, I was at my organ lesson, and my teacher was off getting some coffee, and I was just kind of doodling around, or what we call improvising on the organ. And my teacher walked in and she said, "That's it. That's what you're going to do." And she said, "You're going to get up on the stage," and I was the only one that played the Hammond organ that had the 32 pedals like this organ. It was called the concert model, or the RT3. And they had it hooked up to about 15 speakers. It was in the Pasadena Civic Auditorium.
Right.
Huge. And the audience, there must have been 3,000 or 4,000 people. This was back in the days that people came to organ concerts, you know. And so it was really big. And I just have to tell you the story. There's 2 points to this story, or to the end of the story before I'll play for you. I had a wonderful grandmother who was, well, she was something else. Well, anyhow, she was in politics, and the judge, there was one judge for this competition, and he was a California state senator, and they actually named a freeway after him in the Pasadena area, which I see his name every once in a while when you drive by it. And he was an organist, and so he was the judge. Well, I didn't win that day. I didn't win. I think the kid that played Bill Irwin's tune won. But I decided I was just going to do my own thing. That's what my teacher told me to do. And I thought I did a great job. But this is a little lesson for all you guys here. You know, I thought everybody, and all the kids did a great job. Everybody did a great job. And I felt very good. But I didn't win. I didn't win. When I was presented with my blue ribbon, or whatever the color of the ribbon was, I was told to go home by this guy. I was told to go home and learn to read music like all the other kids did. You know, it was unbelievable. And of course, my grandmother talked with him afterwards. I won't tell you what she said. But anyhow, I learned a lesson that the main lesson was that we all did good. And all of you guys did just beautifully. It was just wonderful. And we just really enjoyed listening to you and making our comments. And so we all three of us, and Rick, we all believe that you're all winners. So I'm going to give you a little taste on this organ, which I've never played before. A little taste of what I did that night, okay? Of course, I don't remember what I did that night, but the idea is that I played something that had never been played before. It was never composed. It was what we call a composition on the spot. So that's what we're going to do today.